Build Your Best Life, Incorporated, with Coach Deborah, invites you to attend our 2024 Grateful Conference, Monday, November 11th through Thursday, November 14th. This year's theme is Blueprint to Show Gratefulness. Nightly presenters are Monday, November 11th, William Manime; Tuesday, November 12th, Evangelist Catherine Trotter; Wednesday, November 13th, Jocelyn Charles; Thursday, November 14th, Coach Ricardo Miller. These leaders are professionals from all walks of life. They will enlighten everyone on their words of blessings and gratitude. Please join us nightly Monday, November 11th through Thursday, November 14th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can view these motivating and captivating messages live on the Build Your Best Life Facebook page and YouTube channel. Please mark your calendars to ensure you don't miss these powerful messages and reflect on what you are grateful for. This time of highlighting service, giving back, survival, and appreciating even the little things will bring hope and love to all. You don't want to miss this year's Grateful Conference, Blueprint to Show Gratefulness. In addition, Build Your Best Life looks forward to blessing a young man and a single mother who is raising a son during this event. Visit our website at www.buildyourbestlife.org for more information. Or send your tax-deductible gift to PayPal. Me, BYBLWDDS30.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our 5th annual Grateful Conference. I am super excited because we have a great lineup for you this week, and I just love this conference because who cannot give gratitude or thanks for something in their lives? It doesn't matter what you may be going through. There are so many that are worse off than you are. So if you can wake up, if you hear my voice right now, if you can see me, if you have a computer or a phone to watch this, hey, you have something to be thankful for. So I think it is an amazing conference. And so I'm super excited to get started tonight. Tonight is night 1, and we will be going through Thursday, the 14th. And tonight, I want to go ahead and welcome our host for this evening. He's someone that, if you follow Build Your Best Life, you are familiar with. He's a young man that I've met probably maybe a little over a year ago, and he's come to be a son to Dan and I. He's a delightful example of how you can run into obstacles and you can overcome those obstacles and build your best life. He is a great speaker. He is out there doing his thing on social media, and he's doing such an excellent job. And I'm very, very proud of where he has come since meeting him last year. So without further delay, I am going to welcome our host for this evening, Mr. Derek Durden. How are you, Derek?
I'm actually doing great. And I also have a lot to be grateful for. And I'm definitely grateful for this opportunity to be able to host today and be a part of Build Your Best Life Grateful Conference. Um, as you said, I am an individual who has a lot to be grateful for. I am now, being a speaker, mentor, and just pouring into lives and just really uplifting, encouraging, and inspiring others.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, we're gonna go ahead and pray, but I'm gonna when you come back on, I'm gonna I'm saying that, but that's your job. But anyway, I'm gonna ask you some more questions when we get back. But take over.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and start with prayer. We have none other than, as Coach Deborah said, a father figure in my life, her husband, and just a great guy, retired law enforcement. This man has really poured into my life since I met him. Also, he is always giving positive information on our monthly podcast, Conversation with the Guys. And today, I just want to introduce none other than Dan Smith to pray us in.
Evening, good evening. It's such a grateful day. It's such a grateful time. And doing this the fifth year, it is grateful. And I'm so thankful that the Lord allowed us to see it. One thing about being grateful is that knowing that God is still on the throne. So we're going to go ahead and pray. Father, we just come once again just to say thank you. We thank you for this grateful conference. 5 years you allowed it to go on, and it keep getting better and better. You keep giving us knowledge. You keep sending, of course, there were different presenters, hosts, and what a blessing. So we're going to thank you for this week. We're going to thank you for your grace and your mercy. And continue to bless everybody that will be presenting, the host and all, and Coach Deborah. Allowing everybody just to do their part and have a great time. Let somebody hear something tonight and the rest of the night and get something and take away with something from this. God, we're so thankful, so grateful, because not only are we grateful for the small things, the large things that you've given us, God, we're just grateful because everything that we've gotten will come from you. So we want to say thank you. We thank you for all your blessings. We thank you for everything that you're doing in our life. I thank you for sending Derek into our lives and just ask you to continue to bless him as he hosts this tonight. Give him wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Give the speaker wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But again, God, we're going to just say thank you for everything. We're grateful for what you're doing. Just continue to look down upon us and guide us and lead us and give us directions. These are all blessings we ask your son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Now, thank you for that prayer. That was very powerful, very inspiring, very encouraging, and uplifting. And as the speaker that we have for tonight has not yet came on, we're going to go ahead and, just let's talk about the definition of being grateful. And for me, being grateful is just being appreciative of the blessings that we have received. Just waking up in the morning, just being able to breathe, being able to walk. When so many people don't have those abilities, some people complain about their position in life, but there's always somebody who has a worse situation. If you take your eye off of what God has done for you and stop looking at other people and what they have, you'll be a whole lot more grateful and appreciative of the things that you do have. Coach Deborah, would you like to start asking questions, or would you like for me to go ahead and keep going?
Well, we're going to ask Deacon Dan to tell us what being grateful means to him.
Well, Grateful to me is isn't just in our heads, but it's it takes root in our hearts, in our sense, from one beautiful moment to the next. Grateful is the little, small blessings, large blessings, but it's just being able to arise every morning, with clothes on our backs and we in our right mind. That's something we can be grateful for. Because you got those that are not getting up. Uh, you got those that always wanting things. But I don't look at it and say, okay, I want to be grateful. So I got the knowledge of what I'm grateful for. And I'm grateful for everything because uh, without God, where would we be? I don't care. I look at this election. I'm grateful that God is still on the throne. Uh, our new elected president can't do no more than God allow him to do. So that's being grateful. But it's just all your blessings that have been given to you, whether they're small or large, and that you accept those blessings and just continue to live a grateful life. That's my short definition.
I said, all right, Derek, I'm not familiar with your new little format here. So, but I want to say that being grateful means that we can always, like I said earlier, we always have something that we can be grateful for. We don't just have to, I don't know what I just did, but I don't know. It's just different things that we have to be grateful for. If you can get up in the morning, if you can brush your own teeth, how many, you think about it, how many people are laying somewhere and they can't even brush their teeth or wash their face, but we can do those things. We can get up and we can say, good morning, thank you, Lord, for letting me see another day. You can go in your kitchen, you have something to eat. You have shelter over your head. Look at the homeless population. I mean, there's just so many things. And then it's not only what we have, but what we can share with others. That is, that's just, it makes me feel really, really well when I have something that I can share with others. I talk about the homeless. We can, especially this time of year, all during the year, but you think at Thanksgiving you sit down with this huge meal and you have so much food, but you can give to different organizations so that they can feed the homeless or those that don't have what we have. You see someone, I think we talked about this last week. You see someone and they dress to the nine. Hey dude, hey man, hey, you looking well. Sometimes we don't even want to compliment others, but you never know what kind of day someone is having. It's just a word of kindness or just a smile can make such a difference in their lives. So gratitude to me is just so much, and that's why I love these conferences each year, because we get different perspectives from people, and it's time for our facilitators, our speakers, those who pray, everyone to share what gratitude really, really means to them. So it's just awesome, I think.
Okay. Well, our speaker has now came into the stream yard, and so I'm going to tell you a little bit about him before he actually comes in. His name is William. He was born August the 2nd of 1981. He grew up in a large, close-knit family of 34 siblings. From an early age, he cultivated a deep and abiding faith in Christ, which began to take root at the age of 9. His spiritual journey has been marked by significant milestones reflecting his unwavering dedication to his faith. And in 2012, William received his calling into ministry, dedicating his life to spiritual service and leadership. His ministry has flourished, and he has become a successful and accomplished leader, known for his deep faith and effective guidance. William and his wife, Nakia S. Manime, co-founded Impacting Lives Coaching in 2015. Through this initiative, they have positively influenced hundreds of individuals focused on training young males and females to discover their identities and purpose on earth by harnessing their God-given abilities. William is also an author, having published a devotional journal titled Doing Marriage God's Way, aimed at married couples and singles aspiring to marriage. His work continues to inspire and guide many of their spiritual journeys. William is not only a loving husband, but also a revered spiritual leader whose life reflects his profound commitment to faith, family, and community. So, with no further ado, I would like to introduce our speaker for tonight, Mr. William Manime.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so glad and honored to be here with you guys. Miss Deborah, thank you for the opportunity just to give me your platform and come and address something that I deem to be valuable and very important, which is the one of the cornerstone that I use within my family, but also as a principle to grow and impact other people's life. Um, so today, guys, I would love to share something with you guys. I have my note ready to just go. Today, I would like to talk about gratitude in action and give you guys practical steps to live in a life of purpose and appreciations. Um, I'm truly honored to be here today because talking about something as gratitude, people often take it for granted, but I don't. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It's about living with an open heart, appreciating the little things and making it a habit that transforms your entire life. So you see, we live in a world that often focuses on what we don't have rather than what we do. And I was one of those guys because I grew up in Africa, in one of the richest country in Africa, full of oil, full of beauty. But I was born in one of the poorest family in the poorest states in my country. So I know how to just take things for granted when you have an abundance. But I also know how to focus on things that I don't have, just to dream without an effective plan. That was me. That was my focus then. Until I realized this is not life. This is not how things are supposed to go. This is not things are supposed to be. Let's pause a moment. We often get caught up in wanting more, comparing ourselves to other people. Okay. And chasing after the thing that really fulfill us. Okay. That's one of the focus. But when we learn to practice gratitude in everything we do, we find joy, peace, and deeper sense of purpose. Yes, when we hear the word gratitude, we often think about the simple mere thank you. Thank you for the glass of water. Thank you for holding the door for me. But it's deeper than that. So today I want to share with you how we can turn gratitude into action. Practical steps to living a life full of purpose and appreciation. So let me start by sharing a short story that impacted my life earlier. A few years ago, I met a man who had every reason to be bitter. He had lost his job, faced challenges, and was struggling to make ends meet. He, yet every time I spoke to this man, he radiated joy. He was always so positive, always so full of gratitude. One day, I asked him, how do you stay so grateful when everything seems to be going wrong? Okay, my glasses. Let me put it right there. Okay. So he looked at me and said, something that changed my life. He said, gratitude isn't about what's going on around me. It's about what's going on inside me. And I was like, wow. So I choose to be thankful because I'm still here and I have another day to try it again. Let that sink in. Gratitude is not about what's going on around you, but rather what's going on inside you, because yesterday somebody didn't have the opportunity to wake up, but you did. This morning was not promised. Another person didn't have the opportunity to breathe, but you do. So gratitude really is not about what's going on around you. It's not about what you're missing, what you're lacking, but rather what you possess, what you have. So that hit me hard. His perspective was powerful because he wasn't focusing on what he had lost or the things that he wished to have, but on the on the simple gift of life itself made him so passionate, so happy, and grateful. That's the kind of shift we all need to make in our lives. Guys, understand, gratitude isn't just about the big things. It's also about recognizing and appreciating the small, everyday blessing we often overlook. That's gratitude. Think about it. When we was the last time? When was the last time you were truly thankful for the air you breathe, the family and friends who love you, or simply the opportunity to wake up each day and pursue your dreams. When was the last time you were grateful? Gratitude changes our perspective, and that change in perspective our entire life. It's not waking up and complaining about life. It's not waking up and wish that things were different, things were better. It's about waking up and say, God, I thank you. God, I'm glad. God, I'm happy. That's gratitude. Now let's talk about how we can turn that sense of gratitude into action. I'm going to share with you three practical steps, okay, that will help you live a life filled with appreciation. It's my secret weapon that I always use when I was working in oil field, but also in at the hotels. Gratitude was my number one key. Hospitality is full of hurt people, but it's also full of happy people. But how do you make the most out of it? Gratitude. Gratitude is the key that I believe will change somebody's life. So, step number one, start with a daily gratitude habit. The first step is simply to start small by taking just 5 minutes every day to list three things you are grateful for every day. Every day. I can show you my notes. I have them every day. Every day you get up, you list three things you're grateful for. So, this may sound insignificant, but trust me, it's incredibly powerful. When we start our day focusing on what's good, we set the tone for everything that follows. If you wake up and you are unhappy, you're mad, you're pissed, trust me, your whole day will be like that. Because there is a power in your thought process. But when that thought process is translated on the paper, it comes to life. It is true. Okay. So when we start our day focusing on what's good, we set the tone for everything that follows. It could be something as simple as being grateful for a restful night's sleep. God, I'm thankful I slept with no issue. I woke up this morning. Simple. The sun shining outside, God, I'm grateful it's sunny day. Or if it's raining, God, I'm thankful it's raining. Somebody needs rain. It might it might not be you, but somebody needs rain. You got to be grateful for that. Because gratefulness is not only for yourself. Gratefulness is also you projecting your happiness, your joy, your peace to the world. That's gratefulness. Having food on the table, you must be grateful for. I just listed three things. I mean, more than three. So over time, this small practice rewires your brain to focus on the positives rather than the negatives. On my good, one of my good friends started doing this after struggling with constant stress at work. Very good friend, dear friend of mine. He came to me and he was mad because one of the coworker was always looking something to blame him. The supervisor was always on his shoulder. Micromanaging created stress, anxiety. So we're discussing, and he explained to me how he feels. He wants to quit. So I asked him a question. What are you grateful for? Coming to work. What are you grateful for? Oh, I'm grateful that I have a job. Okay. What else? I'm grateful that I'm able to provide for my family. I'm grateful that my son gets to get this and that. I said, do you want to throw that away because you sad because of the situation you are in? And he started to just be happy. He started to say those words as a mantra. I'm grateful to come to work. I'm grateful to be a great coworker. I'm grateful to always see positive in other people. I'm grateful that my supervisor acknowledged my work, recognized me. I'm grateful. Long before we know it, he became the employee of the month. Now, because I was a great coach, matter of fact, I learned from him that being positive, it's very important. Being positive create doors of possibilities. But you see, there is no positivity without being grateful. So after just 1 month of starting her day with gratitude, she told me that she felt more peaceful, more in control, and surprisingly more productive. So she realized that gratitude didn't change her job, but it changed how she approached her job. And that made all the difference. She was happy all the time, come to work. The supervisor noticed that. The co-worker that was always trying to fault her noticed that. And they couldn't help but to just appreciate. She could have just folded and you know what? Quit. Step two, I will call it expressing gratitude to others. Expressing gratitude to others. The second step is even more impactful because it allows you to express your gratitude to the people around you. We often assume people know we appreciate them, but how often do we actually tell them? I almost lost my marriage because I was ungrateful. I was not ungrateful because I wanted to be mean. I didn't want to acknowledge the good. I was ungrateful for just not thinking a moment about everything my wife was doing for me. I was at home. I lost my job. For the whole year, I'm mad because I love to provide for my family. When my wife was not even focused on that, she was just grateful that the husband was at home and I was helping with a lot of stuff around. When I was home, she didn't have to wash because I was taking care of that. She didn't have to clean because I was taking care of that. But my mind was focused on the things that I wish I had at the moment, forgetting completely the things I was providing, the relief I was giving it to my wife. And I was always complaining. But she was grateful, but I couldn't see that. And it makes me even mad and angry because she was always happy. And I thought she was happy that I'm home, not working. And I started to think that my wife belittled me. I started to rebel against that. I started to say stuff. But you see, when you express your gratefulness to other people, it opens doors. It makes people appreciate what you're doing even better. So I learned to write a thank you note, little thing. Every time now, every time I go to work, I work 10 hours a day. I leave my house around 4. When my wife gets up, she has a note that says, thank you for the night. Thank you for holding me. Thank you for being an amazing wife. Thank you for being an amazing mother to our children. Thank you for never complaining. Thank you. And when I go to work, guess what? Every 1 hour I text my wife. Every 1 hour. I make it a habit. I make it a chore just to make sure I don't forget to be grateful. So simply tell someone how much they mean to you. It's something powerful. So this small action doesn't just uplift the other person. It also changes you, because when you regularly express your appreciation to others, you strengthen your relationship and create an atmosphere of possibility and positivity, but also trust. So, by strengthening your relationship, you create an atmosphere of positivity, possibility, and trust. So, I remember hearing about a family that made a tradition of writing letters of gratitude to each other every Thanksgiving. Here in America, a country that makes you feel like stress, life, or anxiety is the norm, people find time to write letter of gratitude to one another. So they will sit together, okay, read the letters aloud, and express their appreciation for one another. One year, the father became ill and passed away shortly after. So, but the family kept those letters and read them every year, treasuring the words of love and gratitude that had been shared. It was a beautiful reminder of how important it is to appreciate the people in your life. So while we will still have a chance in this side of life, be grateful. Never miss a day to be grateful. Never miss a day to just say thank you. Never miss a day to write a note, to write a letter. Never miss a day to make it a habit of just sharing love and appreciation. Very important. The final step is turn grateful thoughts into grateful actions. Turn grateful thoughts into grateful actions. So you see, the final step is to take your gratitude beyond words. So now saying thank you is no longer enough. Write a note is no longer enough. Now you need to put action into your words, action into your thoughts, action into your belief, action in everything that you do that are grateful to you. So how can you show your gratitude through the way you live? How? So if you're grateful for your health, take care of your body. Thank you for somebody who took my own body, my own life for granted. At the age of 30, I had a stroke, massive stroke attack. I was left paralyzed, my left side. My left side of the left hemisphere of my brain was malfunctioning. I lost the usage of my words, the usage of my leg, my arm. And the doctor told my mom, there's no way he comes back intact. My face was completely deformed. I was eating poorly. I was not exercising. I was drinking a lot of soda. I could drink 7 gallons of soda a day and not even 1 gallon of water. Probably 4 glasses of water a day. I was always living a life of stress, always thinking about why people don't like me, why people can be just like me, why people can just do this, why people can do that. And one day, a little thing, I just got mad. I snapped for the little thing, woke up in the hospital. For 6-7 months, I was not able to walk. I was not. But even when I was in the coma, I could hear my mom praying, my mom talk. I could hear my mom say, you are a strong man. You are a positive man. Your family needs you. Your children need you. Stay positive. You'll make it through. I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to try to impact you. Because you see, when you don't turn your thought into grateful actions, you can end up just like me at age 30. That's 13 years ago. When I came out of the coma and I was able 6 months later to walk, run, I never stopped. My wife would tell you, I will go to the gym. Per day, I will walk 4 hours. I was not a salad guy, green food guy. Now I do. Do I like it? No. Do I enjoy it? No. But it's important for my health. So when you're grateful for your health, you take care of your body. You don't feed your body with just junk food. Drinking a lot of water is good for the oxygen to flow perfectly in your bloodstream. So if you're grateful for your family, make time to be present with them. I was making 3 times my pay working in oil field. Good money. 6 figures per month. But I was always gone. Miss Christmas, miss birthday, miss Thanksgiving. Always away, making good money. And one day I'm trying to talk to my phone video. And he tell his mom, I don't want to talk to daddy because daddy's always gone. Daddy don't love me. He was 2 years old. Daddy don't love me. I didn't think twice. That was the cue for me right there. I didn't think twice. I quit. Because you see, there's no money, there's no job that is more important than the health and the well-being of my family. Because my son didn't care. My son said, I'm his superhero. A superhero should be there when he's needed. And I wasn't. That hurt me. So if you're grateful for your family, young man, make time to be present with them. And when you're present physically, be in the moment. Meaning you turn off every noise. be in the moment. You find it to be very useful. If you're grateful for the opportunities you've been given, give back, helping others. You see, I am a product. I came to America. I was homeless. $15 in my pocket. I was living in New York. Very expensive. I was sleeping, cover myself with boxes. But you know what? I never thought that I was less valuable. I never thought that um, I was poor or I would never make it. Never. And I was always helping the next person close to me. Because I read a book that says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. I just had to look my left or right to see who's my neighbor. That do they need something? So I was always grateful for the opportunities I was given, and today I give back a lot. I was given the opportunity to save my marriage. So today, my wife and I, we made it uh, a mission to just go out and save people's marriage. What are you grateful for? So living with gratitude means living with purpose. A man without gratitude is a man without purpose, and a man without purpose is just like a pen without pocket, useless. But when I look at you, I see gratefulness. I see purpose. I see life. So living with gratitude equals living with purpose, which means letting your actions reflect the thankfulness you feel deep inside you. This might mean volunteering your time, mentoring someone, or simply offering a helping hand to a neighbor. Something with my wife that she says she's very grateful for. You see, at this age we live in, and technology is so deep advanced, and my wife always complain about her knees and ankles and stuff. You know what? It costs the money to just go get some massage or, you know, chiropractic work on you. So I spend 8 hours on YouTube learning how to give effective massage for free. 8 hours straight, 8 hours. And I came back over and over and over and over, and I start to practice on her. My wife is grateful. It's nothing. It's a little time, and I give her massage. I spend 8 hours times 6. That's 48 hours, almost 50 hours. I spend just studying how to effectively give a massage to my wife so her knee and joints and ankle will just be relieved. And I spend less than 30 minutes on her body. But she's grateful because I value who she is. I'm grateful that she's a great mother. I'm grateful that she's a great wife who helped me provide and then keep the family glued. It is important. The more gratitude we give, the more we grow in gratitude. The more you give in gratitude, the more you grow in the same gratitude. So as I wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought. Gratitude is a choice. Gratitude is a choice. See, we can't always control our circumstances. We can't. But we can always choose how we respond to them. We can't always choose and control our circumstances. But what we can do is always choosing how we respond to them. I didn't choose to be homeless. I was coming to America full of hope. I didn't choose to be homeless. But it happened. Guess what? If I hadn't been homeless in New York, I would have not been here with you guys. I've learned a great lesson while I was poor. I mean, yeah, poor, broke, and homeless. Be grateful for the little things. Always choose positivity when responding to circumstances. Always choose positivity when responding to circumstances. By making gratitude a daily habit, expressing it to those around you, and live it through your actions, you can create a life filled with meaning and joy. I have a dear friend of mine from the Bahamas, um, that I also call mentor. That dear friend of mine, Ricardo Miller, told me, say, William, if you want to live a life of meaning and effective, you have to learn how to appreciate life. And you need to learn how to give more into life so you can reap more out of life. And to give more into life, or to sow more into life, is to be grateful. So I challenge you guys today to start your journey of gratitude. Make it a habit, share it with others, and let it guide the way you live your life. When you do, you'll find that even in the hardest times, you'll have a deep well of peace and purpose to draw from. So thank you guys for your time today. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you. I hope you walk away feeling inspired and ready to live a life of gratitude in action. Let's make every moment count by appreciating the blessings we already have. May God bless you. Thank you, Miss Deborah.
Wow. Now that was powerful. When you did an awesome job, man. Just talking about gratitude. One of the main things that really stuck out to me is gratitude is not what's going on around you, but what's going on inside of you. Just hearing that quote just made me think about just internalizing the blessings that we have,
Mhm.
not focusing on what's outside of us, but really just focusing on what's inside of us. And then your first point was start with a daily gratitude habit. Some people use journaling every morning, writing
Mhm.
down two, three, four, five things that they're grateful for. And that's a habit that anybody can use in order to start off their day. Because how you start your day is normally how you're going to finish it.
Yeah.
Then the second was expressing gratitude to others. So once we internalize it, it does no good if we keep it for ourselves. So sharing and expressing gratitude to others is how we take what's inside of us and
Mhm.
make an impact and touch others and just be encouraging and uplifting and living our purpose. Then your third one was attitude was a choice. You can choose to be upset. You can choose to be complacent. You can choose to be anything. But if you choose to be grateful, you choose to act with gratitude, you make your life a whole lot better.
Effectively.
Whole lot better than bitter. And that's so powerful. And another quote you said was, a man without gratitude is a man without purpose. Yes, sir. So if you're walking in your purpose, not only can you be grateful for what you have in your life, but you can see other people and be grateful for how they're helping you in your purpose. You understand that when you're walking in your purpose, it's not all about you. And so what you brought today in conversation, you really spoke to us. It really wasn't a speech, you spoke to us. It was a conversation and interacting with us. And I really appreciate that. You really set the stage for the Grateful Conference. You set the bar high, and everybody that comes behind you has to step it up a bit. So with that, I just want to say thank you for just pouring out to us, inspiring us, and just, adding value at the end of the day. And thank everybody for watching. Thank Coach Deborah for hosting this and just really having this opportunity for people to listen and intake some valuable information. Make sure you get her book, Build Your Best Life. And that's our episode for today. I hope y'all enjoyed it, got something from it. Good night.
Good night.